Hey guys, Justin Morgan here, and I just wanted to go over a little bit about what happened this past weekend at the powerlifting meet that I did. I've been telling you guys about it and giving you updates, and I really wanted to kind of post some of the stuff from the website, the USPA, United States Powerlifting Association website, and show you how I compared to some of the other lifters, and because there wasn't really a lot of other guys in my weight class, in the 198 weight class there. A lot of guys were in like the 220 weight class. There were a few really small guys, very strong small guys that were in, I think one guy was in a 130-something, 132, 138 weight class. And for his size, he was just tremendously strong. It reminded me of Mike Velocity. But they did not post the results. They posted up the meet itself, that it had happened, but they didn't post the results with it, so I couldn't show you that. So sorry, that would have been nice to include in this video, but I will roll some footage of what I did, and I will talk to you a little bit more about it afterwards.
Justin Morgan, 358 pounds on the bar for Justin. Josh, you're on deck. Larry in the hole. Mark Swartz, you are 4 out. Platform is ready for Justin. All right, come on, buddy. You got this. No good.
Right. That was 358 pounds, and that lift was actually no good. If you notice, I kind of double dipped. Like I came down and I started to come back up, and I actually sunk back down a little bit partway through the squat, which is why it got disqualified. It didn't count. You have to have one fluid motion coming up without, you can kind of pause, I guess, if you're halfway up and you get stuck a little bit and keep going. But if any point during the lift you start to regress, then the lift gets red lighted. So they actually have lights. The judges, if it's a good lift, they'll go white, and if it's a bad lift, they'll go red. So you heard the announcer at the end of the lift say, "Oh, it's no good," and so that just means and that was why they were really nice. They called me over and explained to me why the lift was didn't count, and then so I just kept the weight the same, and I'll show you the next one now.
Up, good. Oh, no.
My wife's commentary there at the end, and that actually was a good lift. They didn't post up the white lights right away when I finished the squat, so I think she thought that it was going to get red lighted, but that was actually a good lift, and that was the same weight as the previous lift. Since I had missed the previous one, I got kind of nervous about increasing the weight. I had planned on shooting for 375, and I think that was like 358 or something. You heard it in the announcer made it there. I don't recall exactly what the number was, but in pounds. But the lift was good. I probably could have added some more weight onto that because it felt pretty good after after I did it. But going into it, I was kind of a little anxious since I had just missed the lift. I kind of lost some of the not enthusiasm. I lost some of the confidence going into it. So there was that. So I probably could have added a little more weight, but it was still a fun experience. It was a good lift. So next up is the bench press, and we'll take, I think I have all three of those lifts on so you guys can see those as well.
226 pounds on the bar for Justin. Larry, you're on deck. Mark, you're in the hole. Josh, you're 4 out. Platform's ready. Lift is good. 253 pounds on the bar. 115 kilos. Platform is ready.
Powerlifting watch. Where's the next week? Start. Press. Wrap.
Lift is good. Up next we got Justin Morgan, 270 pounds on the bar for Justin. Mark, you're on deck. Brandon, you're in the hole. Matthew, you're 4 out.
Good.
Platform's ready.
Come on, Justin.
No lift.
Failed on my final attempt there at 270, but all in all, it was still a good experience. You know, I wish I could have got that 270. That would have been nice, but I actually failed on all 3 of my final attempts, as you will see in the deadlift here. I don't really think I set any new personal best or anything at this meet, but it was a great experience, and I will kind of sum up that afterwards. I showed you guys the I think it was 435 pounds or something about that yesterday. They said it in the video. But here is my final deadlift attempt, which was 451 or 52 pounds, and I think they say that in the video as well. I posted it on Facebook and I said it was 470 pounds. That was a Kentucky slip, I guess, but that is not the case. Somebody pointed out to me as well. But I legitimately thought that's what it was. That was another reason I wanted to wait until the numbers were posted up at the USPA website, so I made sure that when I shared the numbers I wasn't exaggerating too much, or that I was at least making sure that was accurate. But here's my final attempt at the deadlift at 451 or 2 pounds, and then I will kind of share with you guys my thoughts about the meet and how everything went afterwards.
Next we got Justin Morgan, 451 pounds on the bar. Tom, you're on deck. Mark, you're in the hole. Josh, you are 4 out. Platform is ready.
So lifting that off at the very end there, coming off the ground, it felt impossibly heavy. It felt like I didn't even budge it off the ground, and it felt like it went nowhere. And going back in the video and watching it, I thought, man, it actually made it. I almost made it over my knee. If I had just pushed a little harder, I might have been able to lock that out at the top there. I was surprised by how far the bar actually moved, because when I was standing there holding it, it didn't feel like the bar moved off the ground at all. So, you know, I don't know if I think I was trying about as hard as I could there for a minute, but you know, whatever. It was a good starting place, and I'm happy with the way the meet went for me. But you know, just in the total context of things, comparing myself to where other lifters are right now, I have just a very mediocre total. I did very mediocre compared to other competitive powerlifters. Of course, comparing myself to regular people in the gym, of course I'm abnormally strong, but I don't compare myself to other people just standing around the gym. I compare myself to other competitive lifters that are striving to get stronger and striving to reach decent totals and to be competitive in their sport. And this is a sport that I am just embarking on. This was my first meet, and my whole goal in this meet was to get some experience and to just have some place to start from. So, you know, I've been lifting for almost 2 years now. About a year ago, I actually, or a little over a year ago, I joined a gym, and the concept of getting stronger and making myself better was something that I embarked on. So I've spent about a year of training to get stronger now, and I have a lot of plans for the future and for competing in powerlifting. I want to try to do maybe 2 meets per year, or at least one. But I want to, you know, make sure I'm making progress in that time, that each meet yields a much better total. So hopefully in the future I'll be sharing some more videos with you guys on from meets coming out and how I end up preparing for those meets. But in the meantime, this was a great experience for me, and I really appreciate some of you guys that have commented and followed me out through the, you know, through these last few months. There's a few people that have seemed to kind of, you know, really comment on the videos and look forward to seeing how I would progress and how I would actually do at the meet. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys that followed how I've progressed so far, and I plan to progress a lot farther. So stay tuned, keep watching, and you guys take it easy.